before the attacks on a plane, and Ada and others are getting up, like doing drills, because they thought they were doing airport security drills. They were hired by Homeland Security. Boy, did they get set up. And we now don't know if the FBI was paying for their houses, their credit cards. This has all come out. They had Israelis shadowing them as well, the art students. This all even came out on Fox News. So you've got all this intelligence going on, and James Woods tells the flight crew, when the plane hits its destination, he tells everybody. They say, don't worry about it. A day later, the FBI shows up and basically says, shut your mouth about what you saw. And we know Ada and them were doing drills everywhere. And good people in government who aren't part of the dark side, they tried to stop all this, like Anthony Schaefer, the colonel. And now it's come out with other witnesses in the Pentagon that he's telling the truth, that they were blocked from stopping al-Qaeda when it was running this operation because Sybil Edmonds, who was tracking it as an FBI translator, listening to the NSA tapes, she said on the day of 9/11, the CIA was commanding al-Qaeda in Afghanistan for a major attack. Running al-Qaeda. Sybil Edmonds, running al-Qaeda. She told the 9/11 Commission that, and they slapped a gag on her. But she broke the gag last year. A lot of courage. They can't shut us all up, but they want to cover this up. Shifting gears, because G. Edward Griffin is coming up. And we're going to play a special video interview we did last week with him in Los Angeles concerning the new film, What in the World Are They Spraying?, dealing with geo-engineering. We're going to play that video clip at 33 after before we go to him live. But for the rest of this segment and the next, I want to get into the economy because it is incredibly important. Obviously, gold has hit another all-time record today, and we'll put that on screen. And to talk about this, what is it, $1,345.50. It's not even taking a breather, normally does, before it goes back up again. It's up $4.90 today. And while I'm digging out my financial news stack that I know is here somewhere in front of me, I wanted to bring Ted Anderson up to give us a report on what he sees happening in the precious metals market today. Ted Anderson, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me up today, Alex. We did hit a high already today at $13.50.40. Silver went over $23 an ounce, $23.09. Like you said, it's right now, I've got it at $13.46.80, $23.05 for silver. The resistance level now was moved upward from that 1350 level now to 1375 gold, and the support levels at 1313, which is up from 1300. Alex, gold and silver is breaking loose and breaking forward. Again, we're still in early October. Morgan Stanley is out of the business of manipulating the market, according to what they say from the news yesterday. That could have a lot to do with why gold is going up. I know the dollar's falling. A lot of things that used to be in place aren't in place anymore. So there's going to be a little bit more of a free market movement in the gold and silver. And Alex, you and I just said it last summer. Please get into gold and silver. Do it now. While the prices are low, we're still in, gold right now at $13.50. For those of you who have been thinking about it but haven't moved yet, you're now looking at $13.50 rather than $1,200. And if you wait, my guess is you're going to be paying over $1,400 an ounce in that spot range for gold.
Well, I've got MSNBC and AP saying 2,000 in the near future. So we've actually been squeamish. I have gold as an emergency backup. Remember that Bloomberg headline yesterday? The ultra-rich are buying gold by the ton. The ultra-rich are taking physical collection of it. And the Federal Reserve was back out today saying, and Kurt Nimmo's got an article about it at Infowars.com, that they are going to accelerate the devaluation of the dollar. We'll talk about what that means. The only way I know to somewhat protect yourself, because nothing's perfect, from devaluation of the currency is precious metals. We'll be right back with Ted Anderson.
To ship a vehicle safely from point A to point B, which company should you choose? Easy. Stateway Auto Transport. Why trust Patriot-owned Stateway Auto Transport? Many reasons. Stateway is not just a broker, but a fully licensed and bonded carrier with its own fleet of trucks and $1 million of cargo coverage insurance. With Stateway, your vehicle rides safely on a direct route on the same truck, and your shipment is always door-to-door with no hidden fees. And every shipment includes free online vehicle tracking. Simply put, Stateway Auto Transport is the best, most efficient, quickest, and friendliest worldwide shipper in the business. To receive a free quote from a live customer service representative, call 877-848-7474 or see us online at statewayauto.com. That's statewayauto.com or call 877-848-7474. Ask about discounts for seniors, military, and all GCN listeners. Stateway Auto Transport, your one-stop shop for worldwide vehicle transport.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, homegain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to homegain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to homegain.com. Use their home sale maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's homegain.com. HOMEGAIN.com. Check them out today.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
You've seen our SinoFresh banner on the GCN website, yet your sinusitis is still a problem. Are you waiting for your sinusitis to go away by itself? Are you waiting for a SinoFresh discount? Okay, here it comes. But first, the facts. 67 other products merely treat symptoms and not the cause of sinus problems. And 37 million Americans suffer from sinus distress just like you. But now many are finding relief with the only patent-protected homeopathic nasal product that antiseptically eliminates the known causes of sinusitis. SinoFresh. Now, here's your limited time discount offer to use SinoFresh. Call 888-906-3636 right now for $2 off per bottle when you mention GCN. That's it. Just call 888-906-3636 and mention GCN for a $2 discount. But hurry, this offer is only for the first 1,000 customers. Call 888-906-3636. 888-906-3636. Call right now for $2 off per bottle. Mention GCN. Buy SinoFresh.com. It works.
The globalists see you as expendable. They are financially destroying us to conquer us. But the good news is they've been trying to suppress gold and silver while they were devaluing the currency globally in a concerted devaluation, coordinated devaluation. They can't do that anymore. They can't hide the fact we're going into a depression. We may be able to get some real monetary reforms if the people wake up, and that's starting to happen. Private sector sheds 39,000 jobs in September. That's from Reuters. Here's another one. Fed hints it will print and inflate dollars as gold hits new record. Kurt Nimmo, Infowars.com. Here's Market Watch. The Fed is dead, maybe by 2012. But the problem is they're going to roll it into a new global bank. That's Market Watch. the Wall Street Journal. Here's another one. Legendary investor. It's a given that gold will exceed $2,000 an ounce. Currency wars will see precious metals continue to soar. Continuing, New Yorkers' income falls for the first time in 70 years. CNBC. Here's another one. Bloomberg. Goldman Sachs says U.S. economy may be fairly bad. Tell us something we don't know, criminals. Here's another one. Greek debt and deficit figures to shoot up. EU. And they raise your taxes. As services get cut, everything goes for interest on the debt that isn't owed to the bankers. They make record bonuses. You become homeless. Ireland's rating has been downgraded on cost of banking bailout. And it came out in Ireland. It's coming out in England. It's coming out in Iceland and many other places like Greece that most of the, quote, debt that has to be bailed out isn't even public debt. It's to the banks. And it's debt by the executives of the bank in companies they gave themselves loans in. I just saw in the paper a few days ago a Texas bank where the executives had stolen billions. And the news, my dad actually showed it to me with this Texas-based bank, said that, well, since they were the executives, it doesn't matter if it's accounting fraud or controller fraud. They're not going to get in trouble with this one Texas bank for stealing over $3 billion for themselves. The bank went under because of bad loans, but they get to keep the money. Hey, that's good work if you can get it. It's a special criminal class that gets away with this. Ted, it's all coming to a head. They're devaluing currencies worldwide. Gold is shooting up. I think now is the time. I mean, it's not rocket science for folks to calling it gold and silver. And I know the deals at MidasResources.com, the deals we're linked to on Infowars.com are excellent, but the radio specials are the very best. Now, you're about to run out of gold that, again, you bought a few weeks ago. Just like you ran out of gold that you bought a month ago. What are your specials now, and how long can you hold them?
Well, the specials are the same as they were yesterday, despite the fact that both silver and gold has just rocketed upward. $10, the Walking Liberty half is at $10.83. Francs are at $2.89. British sovereigns $3.62. We have bags of silver, $20 Liberties. Here's a good one, $16.85. $20 Liberties usually carry a premium that's much higher than that in relativity to spot gold. There's a whole long list of things. We just barely touched on it yesterday.
I notice you still have buffaloes on your site.
I do, because I'm trading them onesie-twosies, man. If you want to have a buffalo or two, you can order them, and I'll fill that order, but you're not going to get 100 of them. The creature from Jekyll Island you mentioned yesterday, Alex, I'm selling it at $19.95. We put a silver dollar in there. Silver is $23 an ounce.
Excuse me. It was $26. You've lowered it. With silver dollars on average are going for about $25 a piece. Spot silver over $22. $19, you get a $19 book and basically a free silver dollar.
Yeah, well, but there is $6.50 for the priority shipping. So altogether it's $26.45. But, I don't care where you look, under what rock across the entire world right now. Try to buy silver dollars.
You're not going to buy a silver dollar and get it shipped to you for less than 26 smackers.
No, you're not. And then you get the Creature from Jekyll Island book, which is just a great essay on what, how the Fed came into existence and what they've been doing to us.
Ted, you cannot beat that. 800-686-2237. Ted is been around for 30 years, but he's becoming, a major player because these radio specials, nobody can match him. And Ted is a wild man. But again, even though these are great deals, it's going to go up, and the next deal will be great because it'll be less than what anybody else has. But get involved now, folks. That's what I'm doing. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. It's key when you call to explain this is the radio special from Alex Jones, because your prices are more if it's not the special, right?
They are, and every now and then somebody will call in and say, hey, I want that Buffalo coin, and the broker is going to give them a price that's current, and they're going to say, wait a minute, you have it on the internet, and it's a lower price. The reason why that is because it's a special for Alex. You have to mention that, and then they know that they have to offer them lower price. The link is in Steve Watson's latest article that is out. Dealing with $2,000 gold, expert says it's a given that it will exceed $2,000. It's an Infowars.net, PrisonPlanet.com article. It has a link to the special at the bottom.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road.